read it.
I skimmed it. I need to read it.
Wait, there was we haven't talked about Deadpool.
We haven't talked about that.
We haven't talked about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Busy. Gotta get the podcast started soon.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Modular Components. It's the podcast that's modular and has components. I'm a component. My name is Simeon Scott, and I'm joined today by Buster Corp.
Dude, I thought you didn't want to host the show anymore.
I thought that was the thing. Is like when it's your AF pick month, you host. I thought that's
that's for that episode.
Oh,
for that AF episode.
All right.
I mean, you took to that like riding a bicycle. Howdy, I'm Boingo.
Hello, I'm a bicycle.
That's Cody.
I'm gonna ride you like a bicycle.
Whoa,
that was the joke.
It's Pride Month. Happy Pride, everybody.
Oh yeah, it is.
Speaking of Pride, let's talk about the gayest game franchise of all time. I finished the original Halo trilogy this week, boys.
Yeah, how was it?
What would be the gayest game franchise of all time?
Someone that actually has characters who identify with that community.
No, you're both wrong. It's Pokemon.
See, I didn't want to say Pokemon.
Screw it, you're right.
I think it's Call of Duty.
Right.
I mean, the amount of times people get called the F slur in that game.
You know what, Cody? I didn't want to admit it, but you know what? You might be onto something.
Could Call of Duty be gay?
Call of Duty is homosexual.
That's a question for another time.
In this video essay series, I will expose the gayness of Call of Duty.
Oh, Just Dance. I'm stupid. It's Just Dance. It's definitely Just Dance.
All right. What did you think of the Halo trilogy, specifically Halo 3?
I really liked it. I think when we last talked, when we last did the components and talked about Halo, I was like halfway through 2. So it was like maybe 2 or 3 missions into Halo 2 where I kind of like figured out what the appeal of the franchise is, because I went in thinking like, oh, it's a shooter that has all this cool sci-fi lore around it, and that's the appeal. No, Halo is a dumb action movie. It's a dumb action movie with very basic characters, and it's kind of glorious. I really enjoyed it.
Real quick, come back to me and say that. Go play Reach. Come back to me and say
that. Yeah. Well, that was the first game you played.
Reach first because my first exposure to Halo as a kid was YouTube videos talking about news leading up to Reach, building up the hype for it. Me getting hyped for it because, look at these cool armor guys. They're just like the clone troopers from Star Wars. And then I found out it's an Xbox exclusive, and I only had a PS2 at the time.
But then you could have played Killzone.
I could have.
Killzone's on PS3 though.
No, Killzone started on PS2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I always think whenever I think of Killzone, I always think of the PS3 tech demos. That's why.
Yeah, Killzone was meant to be the Halo killer.
So I did play Reach first, and it's definitely got the strongest overall story out of them. But I think the kind of arcing story they built throughout the trilogy is comparable. I really like where it ends up, especially with how sort of ramshackle and almost sloppy the first game's story feels, because like
it was still like this was before, like it was in development before Half-Life kind of and Metal Gear revolutionized what like Western game stories could be.
Mm-hmm. And like I read into it, apparently like they were working on like 4 games at the time that Microsoft like essentially got a controlling interest in Bungie and was like, hey, we need a flagship game for our first ever console. Make it this one. And they were like, oh shit, I guess everybody is working on Halo now. And then 4 months, I think, before it was supposed to ship, they realized that the multiplayer wasn't fun. So they just scrapped everything and started from fresh.
Oh, that's a story for a documentary that I think exists.
I mean, Halo was also originally an RTS game.
Yeah, I remember like the first the first public showcases of Halo was a Mac thing. It wasn't even like it was supposed to be an Xbox thing. It was supposed to be for like the Mac.
It would be insane to me, or it is insane to me to know that if it was a 100% intended to be an RTS, Halo Wars is like my favorite RTS.
Yeah, because here's the thing. They were coming off a marathon. They were wanting to do something different.
The good one, not the canceled, not the probably canceled one that has the plagiarism. Just to be clear, because of recent events.
Right. Jesus. Actual marathon, the good marathon, the marathon that still has a fan community discovering new lore and Easter eggs in the fucking game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my favorite character is Sergeant Avery Johnson.
Yeah. What do you think of Halo 3? Because that's like one of the most anticipated like video games of all time. So did it like live up to that kind of hype?
It's the one game where there's no mission I did not enjoy. I legitimately loved it from start to finish, and I think it goes out of its way at times to be like, hey, you know this thing that was kind of jank about the first two? We're just going to do it again, but good. Like, the final mission is a recreation of the final mission from the first game, and I hated that final mission because it's you're driving away from explosions in a Warthog, and I'm just gonna say it: the Warthog controls in the first game are ass, but they fixed them in the second game, and so by the time you get to the third game, it's like perfect. It is an excellent action sequence, and a lot of the character payoffs I think are fairly satisfying, and yeah, no, I really don't think there's anything bad you could say about that game unless you just like encounter a game breaking glitch. But I wasn't around at the time, so I don't know if there were any of those. And I played it on the Master Chief Collection, which is supposedly the best way.
Yeah, it didn't used to be the best way when it first launched on Xbox One, but the Steam port and update really fleshed it out, from what I understand.
Even the OG titles, they had this certain like the only glitch you ever could get would be in like the Halo 2 and Halo 3 game, because I don't think I ever saw it happen in Combat Evolved, where like if you ragdolled, your limbs could like stretch out.
Yeah, just like death
and it would stretch between that, and that would be like the rarest thing you'd ever see. But like, to the best of the term, maybe like those games were like they were bulletproof.
I mean, like, you kind of had to be bulletproof back in the day, because, like, once you ship a game, there's no patches or, like, updates you can do. Like, unless you re-release, like, a completely new game.
And I mean, like, since Cody brought up the multiplayer, I will acknowledge that that's just an aspect of the franchise I'll probably never fully understand, because multiplayer today is so different from how it was back in the day of the first three games. But like, just experiencing the game design of the campaigns, I feel like has really woken me up to like, oh, this is why people liked this. Like, it just, when it's good, it is so good. It controls so butterly smooth. There's so many neat little interactions and tweaks to how different mob types interact with certain weapons and whatnot. And I mean, it's the one thing everybody knows about the franchise, but I feel the need to say it again. The sound design and score are phenomenal.
Yeah, with the awes and just like da.
Not even that. There's just like some excellent vibe tracks of just like very calm music that's playing during some shootouts.
Oh, some of the menu music in those games like is still playing in the background. Like I'll be getting ready in the morning thinking of like the Halo 3 like menu, just because I used to sit there and like eat my dinner to that menu while I was like in between games. Like,
that's the most Cody core sentence I've ever heard.
Oh, Halo 3 was it for me.
I think, because there's a couple different versions, but I think my favorite version of the theme is the Scorpion mix, though, because that's the one that just goes the hardest, the most relentlessly. And
wait, question: is the Breaking Benjamin song in the Master Chief Collection?
I don't think they ever put that in the game.
Oh, because I swear to God, there was a Breaking Benjamin like vocal song that they put in Halo 2.
The Breaking Benjamin song was like
a promotional thing? Okay, my bad.
I'm pretty sure it was a promotional thing. Well, somebody check me on this, because it might have been in Halo 2, but I think it was a promotional. I know it was used a lot for the first Halo War, because it's usually played over like that audio of, or that video of like Sergeant Forge trying to beat the fuck out of a bunch of elite. I was a Halo kid.
Yeah, it's always fun when like one of your childhood things, like your friend experiences that for the first time. It's like, oh, yeah, I got all this knowledge on this.
I still have my Halo 2 like mini scale Goss Warthog that came with a little mini Marine and a mini Master Chief, and they both had the assault rifle, which is my favorite Halo rifle.
Mhm.
That's a quality ass figure. I wish I could get the rest of them, but they cost like $1 million.
I have been staring lustfully at old McFarlane Halo toys for the last
This one
several
McFarlane was
weeks.
good, right?
Old
If
McFarlane Halo
old,
toys probably on sale.
I did actually buy 2 at Toy Federation today.
I saw
you
that.
still need to see your Toy Federation haul. You posted on Bluesky, right?
Yeah, they made
Alright.
they made me a deal I couldn't refuse, which was, hey, the generic ones we just can't move at all, so we have these 2 marked for 20. We'll just give you them for 20 for both of them. And I was like,
Nice.
okay.
Buy one, get one free.
Technically, yeah.
Buy one, get one. I would go for that probably. $10 a piece. If you ever see a Spartan Jerome in there, let me know what it costs.
Spartan Jerome. Let me
That's
look him up.
the Halo Wars Spartan.
Oh. I would like to collect because I've got
I
Cat
do want to
from
warn. Wait, you said those are
Reach.
McFarlane?
Yeah.
So they're not Jazzwares?
No, I'm not. I've heard that the Jazzware stuff is shit, so I'm staying away from it.
The Jazzwares Master Chief broke while I was trying to take him out of the box.
Oh.
The other one I have looks alright. Well, that's a
Oh.
Jazzwares.
Oh, they
Jerome,
had one
so-
in there today. I thought it was a Master Chief.
Was it a wait? So they do have a McFarlane Jerome?
Yeah, and
Oh.
he's priced at $80.
Oh
E.
no, dude! I could.
Any other Halo
there's a
thoughts you
Spartan
have?
Jerome. Sorry.
That's fine.
I of course naturally went to the Halo tag on Tumblr once I finished the third game, and I adore all the cute art of Cortana annoying Chief that's in that tag. So
Nice.
people who are making that, good job. Keep up the good work.
Anybody making Arbiter and Master Chief make out, keep that good work up too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's the good shit.
That's fuck.
Just imagine.
Just imagine.
What are they called?
Elise.
Charcuterie? What do you call the
Charcuterie?
little like the little fingers? Predator has
Oh.
them for the mouth, little mouth fingers.
I don't know. I didn't know there was an official word for those.
Mandibles?
Oh yeah,
I thought-
yeah.
I thought there was another word.
A
Mandibles
target
is
grade.
actually another one. Like the anyways.
Anyways.
All right, we got a lot of news to talk about today, so strap your butts in. By news, I just mean things just happening in the world of everything, mostly gaming, but like still. Let's start off with
The state of play?
the state of play, because that happened first. Can we start with the last announcement, or do you want to build up to that?
I was gonna think of build up to it, just so we
Alright,
can
yeah.
go over briefly. We
Yeah.
got a day announced for the next game from the guy who made Quap.
Quap.
Okay.
He also made Getting Over It.
Oh, the Bennett Foddy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's called
Quap
Baby
is like,
Steps.
Bennett Foddy.
And
Yeah.
you're like a full-grown man who walks like a toddler.
Yeah, that looked okay. Like that could
It
go
looks
either way for
fun.
me.
It's a streamer game. It's what it is.
Yeah.
We're
I
getting a
felt like-
new Bloodstained.
Oh yeah, the new Bloodstain is pretty exciting. I legitimately thought, did Konami get their stick out of their ass and make a new Castlevania? Oh no, Bloodstain. Oh, that's still exciting. I mean, Bloodstain is basically just Castlevania if the serial numbers flying off. So
A mountain climbing physics game called Karin.
ooh,
Looks neat. We got a release date for Digimon Story Time Stranger, which I'm excited for. April 3rd.
coming out the same month as Pokemon, so that month's gonna be insufferable.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be
Oh.
fun. More like 2 cakes. More like 2 cakes. All right.
Yeah,
God,
it's
is it
2
the
cakes.
90s again.
It's the 90s again. No, they've been showing off because you can ride Digimon in the game.
Yeah.
So there's one Digimon you can ride. Let me
And
get
Grenamon.
Is
you can
is this?
you can ride Garurumon. But you can also ride this guy, and I'm getting the photo real quick.
Oh, is this the one everyone on my like timeline's been gooning over?
Maybe if they're gooning over this guy.
Let me pause my game real quick.
What the fuck, dude?
Kinda.
I love him.
That's a funny guy. Yeah.
I kind of like
That's-
that actually.
Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
would.
no.
I am excited for
would.
Digimon.
Oh, yeah.
But
It looks
I
really
just
good.
I'm just
Like
not
Digimon.
sure when I'll be able to play it because it's like
Looks really
that's
good.
probably gonna be Pokemon for me. So
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
He's got a dick. There's a wiener in there.
He
Yeah.
does have a wiener.
a lot of Digimons have wieners.
I mean, they are based off of. They base a lot of their forms off of information from humans. So, yep. If you wonder why there's so many Digimon that are hot women, that's why.
It's because of you, the viewer.
Yeah.
You
Self-fulfilling
did this.
prophecy.
You.
Yeah.
What other games did they show? I think this was a decent state of play. Well, good pace, good game shown.
Nice variety. Everybody's Golf's Hot Shots has a new entry, which is
yeah.
their party golf game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't one of them have Dead Space guest character, like Isaac Clarke as a guest charter.
They've had multiple guest characters throughout the years.
All right.
Final Fantasy Tactics is getting a remake.
Yeah, that's exciting. The remaster looks so not because of the new graphics. I think the new graphics just look okay, but just because you could switch to the old graphics, that's very. I always love when remasters do that. And we were just talking about Halo. That's my favorite. Yeah. They got Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16 to help voice. I mean, there's other actors, but that's Ben Starr's basically just in Square Enix's pocket after 16 at this point. I would not be surprised if he's in Kingdom Hearts 4 at this point.
Hirogami, which just seems like a fun action adventure game but you're like a little origami dude and you can transform.
Oh yeah, that looks sick.
Transform, you say?
Yes. Lumines Arise, which is like the Tetris effect, but for Lumines.
Yeah.
Which is a different puzzle game.
Yeah, I thought it was a Tetris Effect 2, but apparently it was a different game. So I was like,
it is Tetris Effect 2. It's just taking a different puzzle to do more. We saw some more footage with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
I kind of don't care, but it's nice that the Ape Escape mode is in.
Yep. We got more for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Yeah, the 2D one. That's pretty exciting.
And now we're getting into some of the bigger announcements that I think are really, really cool. First things first, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. It's the first four games all in a thing with a documentary about the making of Mortal Kombat, and it's every Mortal Kombat game.
That's what got me excited because it's I'm not usually a Mortal Kombat guy, but the fact that they're putting the Game Boy games and all the handheld and console ports with the arcade ports, that's just that W digital Eclipse. Yeah, they're always Digital Eclipse. Yeah, they are. The Digital Eclipse has always been kind of goated with the sauce, so it's nice to see them even get even bigger projects and just expand their horizons. In terms of the size of this collection. This might I kind of Mortal Kombat is okay to me, but it's this might be actually one of the greatest game collections if they stick the landing. Especially because you could play Game Boy Mortal Kombat 1 with rollback netcode. That's just funny. I love that novelty.
Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate needs to have the game com port.
Oh, if they put the game com port, that would be so funny. That would be so funny.
If they need the game com port.
If they mean every version, they need the game com port. Okay.
Do we need to explain that to Simeon here?
Shitty port of Mortal Kombat 3. That's all you need to know.
They mortaled their combat?
Yeah, they mortaled the combat all up and down.
Yeah.
Cody, do you like Neo?
Duh.
Neo 3.
They're making a third one. Yeah, they're making a third.
Hell
Demo's out right now.
You can change between samurai and ninja modes now.
Oh, so style switching?
I haven't played
DMC?
the second one. So I love the first one that I completed.
Capcom finally showed more for Pragmata.
Oh yeah, Pragmata. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of. I still need to be sold on the game, but I know a lot of people are excited, so I'll let they have that moment.
So that's Mega Man?
No, not Mega Man. It's a new.
No, that's
IP.
Mega Man.
Wait, they
first announced it 2018.
Yeah,
that's Mega Man. Dude. Can't fool me. I see Mega Man.
It is kind of Mega Man like.
Yeah,
I can see it.
There are literal items shown there. There's a sphere.
I mean,
thing.
Capcom does put little Easter eggs for Mega Man in their games, even when they're not making Mega
arm
Man
cannon
games.
thing. Dude, I fucking I swear it's like the little power-up balls. Oh, dude,
You
that's
know
Mega
what?
Man.
You know what? Here's the thing. What if Cody's on the nose here? What if this is post like Zero?
Well, I thought like it was a normal thing because I saw this picture, Pragmata.
Oh, are you
Of,
looking
like,
at a different thing?
There's a picture of how like the letters are lit up.
Oh,
That because like the AG and like I kept seeing it that way and like, dude, I don't know, dude.
That's fair.
well, we got more
Um,
Capcom things to talk about later in the show.
Romeo is a Dead Man.
Oh,
Brand
the
new
new Suda 51 game. I'm so excited. Like
In
for
stereo, no less.
I love that.
Suda
actually.
51 is amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's the No More Heroes
you
guy.
would probably hate his game, Sim, but he's
Yeah.
great.
No,
I know
I
enough about him to know that is 100% true. All of it.
Yeah.
But it's you're kind of like an undead dude.
Yeah, there's some
And-
Kamen Rider influence from what I understand. Like I thought I was like, wait, well, why is that guy henching? I think I clocked it as soon as that guy was henching that, oh, this is a Suda game, because he did the same thing for No More Heroes 3 reveal. So I think Suda's just like, it is like just really a big Toku mood right now.
Yeah. It looks great. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. I hope it comes to
still
Switch
need
too.
I still need to play the Silver Case though.
Same. Oh, there's so many Suda games I want to play, but like it's just so little time. And yeah.
We have a Sea of Thieves alike.
Was that the free to play one? That, like,
I don't know.
everyone,
Sea
like,
of Remnants, where you
yeah,
look
that
like
was
a
the free to
puppet.
play one that like everyone like was like, oh, this looks neat, and then they heard it was free to play with like live service, and everyone just barfed.
See if these nuts fit in your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
the art style. The art style is nice.
Yeah.
Sword of the Sea from the makers of Journey.
Oh yeah, it looked so Journey core. Like
it
looks
got-
like a sequel to Journey.
It got a release date. It's August 19th, so it's coming out soon. You're surfing on a sword.
That's pretty sick. I like sword surfing. We're almost at the final one, because like that's the one me and Boyd are gonna talk about for like a good 30 minutes. I can feel like.
Okay, so real quick, Thief VR. It's Thief but in VR.
That made me laugh because Thief has one of the funniest box arts known to man.
Tides of Tomorrow, which seems to be a adventure choice-based game, but you see what other players chose.
Oh, I mean, the games have had that as a side mode, but making that like the core like kind of gimmick is interesting.
So like you run into an old man and like you see another player push them off the edge. You have the choice, like, oh, do you want to be an asshole or do you want to help him out? That kind of thing. But you saw another player push him over, so you know that's a path you can take.
So just Dark Souls.
Yeah, but like it's only that. That's the only thing you're doing. So like I don't know. It looked interesting, but
It can go either way.
Yeah. Silent Hill F. Brand new Silent Hill.
That's exciting. Yeah, they gave that a release date, September. That's fun.
You are a Japanese schoolgirl in a small rural Japanese town.
How did they know?
Yeah. Any other big things? Nope. Time to talk about new 007 game. It's 007. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean it's basically they're doing the Indiana Jones game treatment for 007.
I find it funny that he looks like a cross between Pierce Brosnan and Tom Cruise.
That is pretty funny.
Tom Cruise.
All right. Now the thing that actually made the state of play like worth it to me. A new Marvel game, a Marvel fighting game made by Arc System Works, the Guilty Gear guys, and Dragon Ball Fighters. That's 4v4. Blaze Blue, yeah, I'm sorry. But like I mean doing the modern stuff.
And the Fist and Endorser fighting game.
I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know he was gonna say? Anyway, so yeah, basically our big fighting game guys and they're gonna work with Marvel on a 4v4 fighting game. That's basically Marvel versus Capcom without the Capcom. Oh my god, and it looks so cool.
The fucking designs have the sauce.
They
have.
It's crazy to me that we have two Marvel IPs that absolutely, I'm sure they'll interact with each other, but like they immediately just like, I'm just blown away by like how fucking interesting.
And here's my favorite part. the base roster has the first 8 characters they show has 2 characters I've been begging to be in like a Marvel game or a Marvel vs. Capcom or just any kind of fighting game for so long. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, and Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. They're the first, some of the first characters they showed off, along with Doom and Storm and Spider-Man and Cap. And
Literally, Robbie says, "Let me show you something from East LA."
That Robbie Reyes looks so fucking sick, but dude, the clips of Doctor Doom where he just fucking pulls the gun out.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, he had it in Marvel.
Me away. It's so cold.
Yeah, he had the gun in Marvel, but it's like, yeah, it's still cool to see it like an HD like Arc System works. Dude, like this is my most anticipated game of like next year now. Like I'm so excited to play some.
Spider-Man looks great.
But
yeah, Iron Man's just a Gundam
so far. All the designs look amazing so far.
No, I like Cap. I like all of
also,
that.
Star-Lord looks amazing. Let me go find the Star-Lord image.
Gundam Iron Man doesn't feel as special to me though.
Yeah, but he still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, like, they've already kind of done like a bunch of Eastern Mecha Iron Man things in the past, but like this is probably like
Robbie
the best
Reyes
looking one.
So fucking sick. Oh,
and Miss Marvel looks fucking adorable.
Yeah, I mean, where was I? I was gonna look for more Robbie Reyes images.
Goddamn, Marvel Legends started Gamerverse, and then they had to like stop it for a little bit because there was no games coming out where they could make figures, and Marvel was like, "All right, cool, bet."
Yeah,
and now they're doing nothing but character
that's
designs
beautiful.
that they have to make entirely new molds for.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. This is like the most happy a game announcement has made me feel in like a while.
The fights though look chaotic as fuck. Like it's gonna have a high ass ceiling.
Yeah, here's the thing: they did confirm there's gonna be a ratio-esque system where you don't have to play as 4 characters all at once. You can like have like 1 character and the other 3 characters are assist based or so.
So kind of like Skullgirls.
Yeah, Skullgirls, Capcom vs. SNK 2, yeah. So that's pretty. Yeah, this is definitely like the highlight of like game announcement week.
I mean, like right before they announced it, PlayStation was like, "Hey, we made our own fight stick. You want to buy our fight stick for this?"
They were cheeky with it. They were cheeky with it.
I wanted to make a comment on that fight stick. That shit looks like it looks like either A, what like every parent thinks is in your room as a video game console, or B, it just looks like what would be in like the shitty like pre-rendered room of like a video game interior of like a RPG where you're just free roaming around and it's like, oh, it's the Game Station Zero.
Yeah, it is a very generic looking fight stick.
I'm just being overcritical, you know.
I know. It's just, these designs are fucking amazing. Like, we're just getting so many good Marvel video game designs between this and Rivals.
Oh yeah, we're eating good. Like DC has nothing. I'm sorry, Simeon.
DC is stuck in the Nether realm.
Pits.
DC is stuck updating DC Universe Online for like.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting
longer
that's a
than
thing.
any game. Maybe I don't. Let's check it out. You used to be able to buy a subscription for that game on the PlayStation 3, though. So
yeah,
DC Universe Online.
Maybe one day they'll make another good DC game. What was the last like competent one? Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
2011.
So, Sim, how are you feeling about like just vibing with this game? You don't normally play fighting games. Like, what are you thinking of the designs, the concepts, how are you feeling about it?
I am so happy for those of you who are happy about it. Y'all talking about how awesome the character designs are, though, like shaking my head. I don't like them at all.
Well, shame you have bad taste.
Yeah,
I know the drill.
All right, talk about your stupid toys. I guess.
Is that all the gaming? I thought there was more.
There's more,
that's
but
the
like
state
we're
of play.
taking up.
They did 2 different shows.
Yeah, there's more that and there's also the Switch 2 we have to talk about. But like, we'll save that. We'll let you get your toys out of the system before.
No, I'm interested in Sim's toy talk. Come on.
I am interested too. Yeah.
All right. I have to go to the expert first. Cody, what do we go with first? Do we go with Transformers? Do we go with G.I. Joe, or do we go with Legions?
I know which one I'm the most invested in. The
Yeah,
others,
just start with that one.
I'm the least dialed into at the moment.
All right, hang on. I'll get the link for the thing you pre-ordered.
That's
Oh wait,
man, I
Cody
had to.
pre-ordered a toy?
I pre-ordered a toy, 2 toys, bitch.
So,
Oh my god, you preed?
I prayed so hard, actually.
okay,
Dude,
let's
I prayed so hard in Four Horsemen, like my comment. That's how hard I prayed.
all right. Hang on. We need to approach this
Mhm.
from the you don't know anything about anything perspective. So, Buster, what do the words Golios and Mythic Legions mean?
They are fantasy figures you like.
Mythic Legion's correct. Glios. Okay, so Glios is an independent toy line that was started by a guy on a basis of like, let's make a system of independent toys that anybody can just immediately bop into if they want to. It's all interchangeable parts that are all compatible within the same system. And it's very popular, but it's also like very hardcore, very insular.
Yeah, it sounds like a very niche thing.
And it doesn't exactly fit my aesthetic taste, but I get why other people liked it. And for a while, I did honestly try and get into it. Like, I bought things from like Free Straight Waves, trying to make it work in my brain pan, but it just didn't work out. However, the Four Horsemen, the people behind the Mythic Legions, the Cosmic Legions, and the Figura Obscura line, they brokered a deal with the guy who started Glios to
Onel Designs.
Onel Designs, to make 2 of his specific Glios characters, 2 of the most like famous ones within that whole oeuvre, as essentially Mythic Legions figures. They're made within the Legion system, and it's a new line called Infinite Legions, and they're basically saying like, hey, this is the first of many. We're going to team up with a lot of other indie companies to keep doing their characters within our system, because they have a whole, every part can be interchanged with every part that we make, but it's I don't think their system is like you can instantly jump into it. I think it's more like, this is the system we do. Everything we make works with each other. It's very interesting to me, and it feels like a little bit of a jump forward for the independent toy scene. And it's also notable that both these figures just look sick as hell.
Honestly, and I posted pretty much the literal direct inspiration, but like, look at those. Look. Oh,
It is like it's the same thing that drew me to Halo initially. It is just, oh, cool armor space guys. Look at them. Look at them. They're gonna go.
Yeah,
They're gonna
those
do
are pretty
stuff.
cool. Those are pretty cool.
So Cody's already pre-ordered. I really want to pre-order a set, but I need car parts right now, so I gotta wait how things shake out after my next paycheck.
so folks
Fuck,
at home, we need your help.
No,
We
it's not a
need
crowdfund. It's just an
the-
open pre-order.
The last 4 digits of your mother's credit card.
All right, what else has happened?
Please
in
do
the
not
realm of
put money
toys?
in my Ko-fi so I can order these. I don't need it for that reason. All right, so
Put money in my
has been-
Patreon so I can buy them.
Yeah.
Hasbro has been getting up to some goofy shenanigans. Do we want to do Transformers or G.I. Joe first?
Magic the Gathering. I can't just do G.I. Joe.
Get the fuck out of here!
G.I. Joe.
I've been talking with people, and they've been really excited for the Final Fantasy pack. So that's all I've been.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and they've got their silly little convention coming up.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, so Yojo June has kicked off, and they've announced they're going to be doing a fan stream every week on Thursday. So there's going to be like a nice little handful of reveals for us to blather about every week. But this week they did the final like show off of the SDCC Cold Sliver set. And I'll just put a slideshow link in the chat for the others to look at. They name only revealed Steel Corp Sentry with Defense Post and Desert Scorpion and Pet Scorpion. They showed renders for the All-Striker, the Legacy Police Officer, and the Renegades Slaughter and Mercer pack, and then they physically revealed the Ninja Force Slice and Dice, Budo, and MMS and Hawk, and those went up for pre-order this week as well. And they teased that they're going to be revealing a new HasLab at the end of this month and hinted that it's going to be cool and you need to stay chill. So it's pretty obvious the vehicle they're doing if you know your G.I. Joe, but if you don't, it's the Snowcat.
Nice.
The Shat.
The shit.
So I think everything in this stream was pretty cool, except for the obvious elephant in the room, which is ACAB includes the generic G.I. Joe cop. I'm not buying that.
But
It happens. I mean, like during, I was gonna make this. I've been having this joke in my system, but I'm gonna let it out.
Go
They're
ahead.
really doing Yojo June during Pride Month. It just feels a bit disrespectful.
They do that every year.
I know, but like,
well, I mean, look at Cold Slither. Are you telling me? Are you telling me?
granted, yeah, military people can be on.
Buster, you do realize how many trans people are in the U.S. military?
I
right?
know. Yeah, that's what exactly. I literally just said that.
Yeah.
But the only thing that really upset me is the Slice and Dice 2-pack, which I was honestly looking forward to and playing the pre-order, being Pulse exclusive. I'm at a point right now where I don't want to fuck with Pulse at all. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait and see if Toy Federation gets a couple of those in. But otherwise,
that sucks. That the red outfit, gold mask.
Yeah, it's a fucking sick looking set.
I had the Valor versus Venom version of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dearly, I love that way.
But yeah, no, Budo looks like a great update to the character. Hawk and MMS and the MMS, I don't really need those at all, but they look really cool. I mean, you don't need toys, but when I say need, I mean for my particular collection needs. The Slaughter and Mercer 2-pack. Oh, that's really tempting me though, because it looks like a good update to the Slaughter we already have, and Mercer looks like they just did the perfect job of bringing that character to life in the classified style. Like, yeah, I kind of want him. It's that thing of like you hear the name only reveal and you're like, oh, I can skip that. I don't need another Sergeant Slaughter, and then you see it and you're like, oh. He has an alternate head with the whistle in his mouth. That's kind of cool.
And I get you.
Is
that all for Joe?
That's all for G.I. Joe this week. But there's been a lot of Transformers news going on. We got a new Target exclusive subline revealed. We got a whole bunch of leak listings. We got some Japanese exclusives. And the next wave of Generations, essentially, was revealed early by Japan, and there's going to be a fan stream for it next week. So it's kind of a lot. I don't think we need to go point by point with all of it, but it is worth delving into a couple of these things. Like, hey, we finally know what Studio Series Megatron looks like. He leaked, and then like 2 days later, Takara was like, all right, here you go. Wow, the Generations Megatron that is made in the year 2025 turns into a tank. Who would have guessed? Oh, it's a fucking tragedy, but it's a sick looking toy, so who cares?
Yeah, it still looks like pretty accurate to the G1 model. So
yeah,
I mean, when we found out, because I think it leaked, and then like 6 months later, somebody finally got up the guts to ask the designers on Instagram, and one of them replied and was just like, "Yeah, no, it's not going to be a gun. If we're doing a new Generations Megatron, it's going to be a tank. It's even in Studio Series." And I was like, "Okay, so it's going to look just like the animation robot model, but it's going to turn into whatever kind of tank they can eke out of that." And they did a pretty good job with it. It looks sick. I'm going to pre-order it.
Yeah. Do you have this? Do you have the Optimus one?
I have SS86 Optimus. I did something I rarely do. I bought the Toy Hacks add-on sticker set for that guy, and I I've tentatively got a safety pre-order in on the DNA design upgrade kit where you can either give him the jetpack he had in one G1 episode, or you can give him the Skybound Megatron arm.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna keep that pre-order, but I want to. I want to have.
I
that
have been
option for
tempted to get
photos.
some like the upgrade kit for the animated Optimus because I want to get the mouthpiece at the very least fixed.
And then the bigger thing for me personally in this generation's wave, we got to see what the final one of the SS86 Constructicons look like, and we got stock images of that Devastator fully put together. And you know what? I'm perfectly happy with this. It looks like a nice little slight upgrade to the Combiner Wars set in most regards. As far as long haul as an individual figure, it's a huge upgrade, and it does just about everything I want from a modern take on the G1 Devastator set. Would it be cool if they all had waist joints? Yeah. Do they necessarily need it? Not really. Like, most of us are going to have this thing as Devastator 24/7.
Honestly, trading a waist joint for like ankle pivots on individual little guys, I think these
Right?
guys are doing it. I think these guys are doing it.
Also, somebody in the Vangelis Discord server pointed out that like the proportions are slightly off from the animation model for Devastator, but he has like the proportions of a real world little person, and it's kind of hilarious.
Damn.
Also, we talked about this with like a toy fair or something almost like years ago, I feel like, when we first started getting leaks for this thing. But because of the way the transformation works, he has a literal dump truck ass, and I love that.
Nice.
Guy got himself a dumpy.
It looks like it is separately posable, so God bless.
There you go. All right. Do we care about toys for Transformers 1, or can I just skip that stuff?
I can't. Is it any good? The
there
cool
were.
characters?
There were
Studio
RC.
Studio Series Alita 1 and Starscream.
Okay, they were kind of like more
Oops.
forgettable in that movie compared to like Sensible Prime and like the main characters. But like, that's still nice. To
That's
have,
a good
like,
looking
first
figure,
visit.
though. Look at
Yeah.
that vehicle mode. Open that link.
It
Do yourself a
does look
favor.
like an impressive stick.
Yeah.
Also,
Alright.
people are saying like the Starscream looks like he's got weird yellowing. Doesn't really bother me, but I was never going to buy the figure in the first place.
So don't trust him.
He is definitely pre-yellowed, but
Yeah.
it's like the same thing of like the Optimus, where
Yeah,
like
the Optimus
they
has
were
to be
sent
yellowing too.
pictures of like a specifically yellow.
It's not like
It's
yellowing
like
in
the
the way we
gray.
think of it, of white plastic turning yellow over time. It's just the plastic itself has a weird yellow tint to it.
Yeah, like that. I remember like when I saw the Transformers One Optimus, I was like, wait, why does it look like that? Like that looks a bit jank.
Yeah. And then Target is finally phasing out buzzworthy Bumblebee, and they have a new exclusive subline called the Morden Meets the Eye collection, which is mostly re-releases of stuff with slightly different colors. Like we're getting re-releases of High Moon, Optimus, and Megatron,
Yeah.
of the Earthrise Sideswipe and Wheeljack, but now they're marketed as Devastation, and they have decos that kind of go with that. And
I heard the Devastation Optimus was kind of mid.
yeah, it's a weird mold, but I hear like once you get your hands on it, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested because I love Devastation, so I want to want some.
Well, it's
merch of that
A-level,
game.
so you should be able to find it everywhere for a few months.
Yeah, I have been seeing it everywhere. So like maybe one day we'll see.
And then we found out what this year's Target 4-pack is going to be, which is the G1 toy style Optimus from Legacy repainted as the inner cab Ultra Magnus White robot. Finally, a Titans Return Horrible. Bumper out of SS86 Bumblebee, and Nemesis Prime out of Animated Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I might pick up that Nemesis. I've been wanting to pick up some of the animated repaints they've been doing, but I'm not sure because I mainly want the animated 5 before. Like, I want to get the animated Ratchet before I start expanding
That's fair. And I mean, if you can find it loose, it'll probably be a good buy. But like,
yeah.
it's the typical thing with the 5-pack or the 4-packs where I'm always like, I'd like one of those or I'd like 2 of those, but I'm not paying $80 for all 4.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 4-pack. Oh, that's kind of my interest is gone then.
However, a 4-pack I will be buying. I did actually pre-order this when it went up on Big Bad Toy Store a couple days ago. The next triple takeover dramatic capture series, I forget what Takara's actually calling this, the repaints of War for Cybertron generation stuff to be more G1 accurate. The next one is the reflectors with Thundercracker, and first of all, I had to resell my reflectors when I was out of a job last year, so I missed them dearly. Second of all, those colors are just so fucking choice.
Nice.
They're gonna pop in person. I'm excited about
that.
it.
Crimzeek has existed for so fucking long and been impossible to get. How dare they?
I mean, all you gotta do is pony up the $100.
I have mine still. I have all mine. I bought it the normal way. I earned that.
I
got one
that
from GameStop.
And then basically all the toys for summer of next year, or for summer of 2027, excuse me, leaked because Walmart's system is just insanely sloppy. There's some neat stuff in there. Nothing I'm like particularly like, oh my gosh about until I see pictures of it, but it's a list of names is what it is.
Yeah. So basically just in-name only reveals for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of like, ooh, what could that possibly look like? Like, particularly, I would say in that regard, Studio Series Leader 86 Blitzwing. Is that going to be a repaint of a Legacy figure, or are we getting a new mold? Because a lot of people weren't satisfied with Legacy Blitzwing. Who knows?
We'll see.
You'll know eventually.
Yes. There's people in the Hasbro building right now who know.
All right. Do you want to get to the other stuff from gaming?
Yes, you may resume your game.
All right. Do you want to go Switch 2 or Summer Games Fest first?
Talk about Switch 2. How are you enjoying it?
Okay, right now I am playing Nintendo 64 games on the thing, so I bought a new console just to play old ass games. No, but there is new features for the Nintendo 64 games on the because you can actually rewind and get save states. Because I don't think at least rewind wasn't on Switch 1, so that's helpful for someone who sucks at video games. I mean, I have been playing the new Mario Kart. The new Mario Kart's fun. Don't really see the $80, but then again, nothing really justifies $80 games, so it's like, oh, it's whatever. I mean, I'm thankful. I'll just say I'm grateful I got the bundle because it does feel like $50 is like a good price for a Mario Kart. Like, I don't know, that price. We've talked about the price before, even so we don't need to get into that. But as the system is great. I tested some Switch 1 games, mainly Pokemon, because that's the big one that's everyone's been yapping about. Pokemon finally works. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to be specific. And yeah, it runs great. It just runs like a normal video game. Basically runs it feels like I'm playing the game on an emulator. That's crazy. That's so those 3DS emulators that up-res the Sun and Moon and X and Y. Yeah, that's what it feels like I'm playing when I play it on Switch 2. And just I heard other games are running great on it. Some games are kind of glitching out a bit. But they're working on patches. I know Smash Ultimate's going to get patched to fix compatibility with Switch 2, which is very nice.
I saw some comparisons, and just Mario Odyssey looks amazing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to try. I have Odyssey installed, so I'll check it eventually.
Pokemon looks playable.
Yeah, I know the graphics. They didn't really update the graphics. They just kind of did the frame rate.
No, but here's the thing: is the frame rate just improves it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I like the art direction of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So I'm happy.
And there was this one Animal Crossing thing,
New Horizons.
Yeah, but it's a very specific thing where it was a stretch of the island that the person just jam-packed with hundreds of little knickknacks.
Yeah.
So on the Switch, it took forever for all of them to load, and it had a bad pop-in, but it ran perfectly on the Switch too.
I'm kind of interested to try some of the third-party titles and see how they function, but I don't think it'll matter much because they didn't get optimized for Switch 2. Like, I was curious. Like, I was curious of I already have Sonic Frontiers on PS5, and even on PS5 that has bad pop-in. So I don't think it'll work better on Switch 2. Which is a bit unfortunate. Oh yeah, so great hardware. Mario Kart is a solid launch title. I feel like we needed a bit more than just old games alongside it or games I already have. I mean, it's great for Nintendo fans who haven't played Street Fighter 6 or Bravely Default or Cyberpunk, but I've played most of those games, so I'm kind of like Mario Kart's really the only new thing for me at launch. But like Donkey Kong's next month, I'm very excited about. That's legitimately the reason I pulled the trigger on the pre-order just to play Donkey Kong as soon as I can.
Let me know. Let me know if that's the greatest game.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll also let you know how Kirby is because they're doing a update to the Forgotten Land game. So I'm very those are there should be a new Nintendo Direct in any week now. Just say here's the holiday title because we still kind of Switch 2 is we still don't know when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out, and Pokemon's October, but that's also Switch 1. So it's who knows when that's it's a whole thing we're still waiting on. But yeah, it's from what I understand, launch is going smoothly for most people. Some GameStop employees are being dicks, but
that's one specific GameStop in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I said some. Yeah.
Staten Island.
I mean, my perspective on it as I enjoy spectating Nintendo stuff, but I haven't played a Nintendo anything since the Wii. It seems like y'all are having fun, but just everything I hear about the business practices with this console really annoy the hell out of me.
No, that's completely fair.
This?
No, that's completely fair. If Mario Kart wasn't $80, I probably wouldn't buy it.
Also, everything about the whole Welcome Tour situation, I'm just why the fuck do you think that's okay?
Here's the thing about Welcome Tour. Here's the thing about Welcome Tour. I have not bought it because I don't think that's stupid.
No, I'm not saying why do fans think this is okay. I'm why does Nintendo think this is okay? Iwata would slap the shit out of y'all if he were still around.
Yeah. Well, Reggie was the guy who popularized the title of Nintendo Pack-ins. If you didn't know, he insisted Wii Sports would be bundled with the Wii.
Oh.
Iwata still did a lot of great decisions, but I feel like people overstate his significance.
Iwata was good as
Iwata was just the name I could think of first as well.
Yeah, true.
But busy butts.
And who was not at Summer Games Fest? Nintendo. Even though they had their name, I think literally their name was just there because Cyberpunk Switch 2 trailer was shown at one point. Anyway, Summer Games Fest there was a lot of good games shown, but man, every Summer Games Fest, I'm reminded of the game industry's worst trends that just pile up. There's so many Soulsborns and gotchas, and I like Soulsborns, but man, there's too many of these damn games right now. We need to slow the hell down, gamer.
Yeah, looking on the Summer Games Fest list of games that are announced. The first one is Mortal Shell 2, Dark Souls.
Yeah. I'm granted, Mortal Shell is that's a weird game to open with because I know about Mortal Shell. I've heard of it, but it's feels like a niche title to open.
We got a release date for Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, Joe. No, we already had the release date a few months ago.
Oh, we already had it? Okay.
Yeah. July.
June.
Okay.
It's June 26th.
Yeah.
Sonic Crossworlds.
Oh yeah, that was the good
racers.
One. Yeah, they're doing guest racers for Sonic Crossworlds. SpongeBob was leaked, but he wasn't shown. I think he's gonna be shown later. But Steve from Minecraft is a big one. But also other Sega characters like Hatsune Miku, Ichiban from Yakuza, and Joker from Persona 5.
Miku is a Sega character?
Technically.
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, Hatsune Miku.
I thought she was an independent thing that was contracted to a management company.
Technically, yes, but Sega was part of the. If I remember right, Sega artists were the ones who designed it and are part of the multimedia aspect of Hatsune Miku because they make the video games.
Yeah, they
I
make the video
see.
games. Yeah, they have the video game license.
I understand.
In fact, the artists that design Hatsune Miku also design human versions of Sega console that are not related to Neptuna.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, was that for the Yoko Taro mobile game or a different one?
No, it's from a different thing. Hold on. The Sega Genesis is a cowboy. She's a cowgirl. Let's see what else. Code Vein 2. Yeah, Code Vein was popular. Makes sense that it's going to sequel.
Yeah, I immediately clocked it was Code Vein 2 when I was watching it.
The people who made Little Nightmares are making a new game called End of Abyss.
Oh, we need to talk about Felt That Punching.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet in my little list. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they're making like a why now of all times.
People still like that franchise, even though House of the Dragon is dog shit.
Atomic Heart 2 is being made.
There was so much boobs and butts in that trailer, man. It was ridiculous.
They were like, okay, we were slightly horny with the first one. People enjoyed the horny, so let's just go full horn.
Yeah, although apparently there's some like nationalistic stuff with that game, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's nationalism for the USSR, which doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion had some more character reveals.
Yeah, Rocket Raccoon and a really cool She-Hulk.
Yeah.
There's another
Musha's back.
Yeah, we've known that for a while. Boingo.
Yeah. But it's fun to see a trailer.
Yeah. They showed like the rival character to like Miyamoto Musashi in that trailer, and he looked really fun.
Now, Felt That Boxing.
This is the most excited I've been for like a new kind of not just like not like a game that's based on a pre-existing IP, but just like a new game in a bit.
And honestly, this is probably one of the only games I will ever get excited about being hyper realistic.
It's still like stylized because
it's still stylized, but it is still hyper realistic. That's the fun part.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm gonna pull up the trailer so I can send it to you guys so you can see it.
Yeah. The way this game looks is incredible. It's like, okay, Unreal Engine 5 was made for this.
Legitimately, no better.
You'll see. There's a reason it's called Felt. Is what I'm gonna say.
Give the trailer a quick little peek through.
Yeah, and like gameplay wise, it's Punch Out. I love Punch Out. Combine that with like a gameplay, like a new like exciting art style. Oh my god! Oh mama, we might be experiencing peak gaming very soon. While they watch the trailer, what else did they show?
Killer Inn, which is a Among Us alike from Square Enix.
Among Us alike from Square Enix. Words I do not want to hear ever again.
24-player social deduction murder mystery. That's Among Us.
Yeah. I thought Danganronpa when I saw the trailer.
We got a new PvEVP extraction shooter.
Who cares? Was that the Splitgate thing, or we'll talk about that later? Okay.
Splitgate hasn't come up yet. Dune Awakening, which is a survival game set on Arrakis. Sure.
My Arrakis.
Rockin' these nuts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chrono Odyssey, an MMORPG. Wuthering Heights. Gotcha Games getting an update. Mio Memories in Orbit, a Metroidvania where it looks like you play a platypus.
Yeah, that's fun.
Always link for that right now.
Yo, well, wait, Cody, did you watch Felt That Boxing yet?
Did you watch the trailer for it, Sim?
No, that's not going to interest me. Let's be honest here.
No, look at it visually. Just look. It is genuinely like, holy shit, they nailed it.
Yeah, it looks kind of amazing.
It not even just from oh wow, you can technically achieve that. That is cool kind of thing.
There's one game besides Felt That. There's another game I was really happy to see, which which I got multiple DMs about as soon as it came up.
Let's see. Out of Words. I didn't see anything about that. I didn't see that. So it's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Lego Voyagers, which is another Lego puzzle.
There was a couple Lego games.
It is though.
I haven't seen it. I think I was busy at that moment.
Yeah, that's a Fortnite update.
Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny, which is
the balls on
beat 'em
these
up.
guys. The balls. It looks like a Flash game. I'm sorry. It looks like and they're charging $50 for it. Get the hell out of here.
Lives of P DLC.
Yeah, Shadow dropped, which is pretty fun.
DLP.
Yeah, because it's Lies of P.
Fractured Blooms, horror farming game described as Doki Doki meets Silent
that pissed me
Hill.
off. It looks like a fine game, but the way they just advertised it at the show, I was like, piss off, Jeff.
An MMO's getting an update, new class, new entry in the Blade and Soul game series. Another gacha is getting a One Punch Man crossover.
Oh yeah, I immediately clocked it was One Punch Man when I saw Boros.
The fact that they actually rendered in like the little control sticks for the bigger puppet's arms is very cute. That's my only takeaway.
But it looks like not even. It just looks damn. They actually nailed the aesthetic.
Yeah, they nailed the that Muppety Yeah, it's crazy. Like that might be the most graphically impressive game I'll see from a studio in a bit.
It's also just I can't look at games that are graphically impressive today without thinking oh, I already feel bad for my computer.
Oh,
that's fair. But here's the thing. I think what's fascinating about Felt That Boxing is it is hyper realistic, but because they're doing Muppets, it's still stylized enough that you're not just, oh, I can count all the pores on that person's face.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the fucking Witcher demo, that's where I first started feeling like that this week. When I saw that, I was just I'm not even into The Witcher, but I can just look at that and go oh, I'm going to need a whole new computer if I ever want to play that.
Seven Deadly Sins is getting a game.
That pissed me off. Get the hell out of there.
Jurassic World Evolution's getting another entry. The third one.
He uses AI. Screw it.
Mina the Howler.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this game.
It is from the creators of Shovel Knight. It is their take on Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, the Game Boy Legend of Zeldas, which in my opinion are the best ones.
There's a demo out on Steam, and it looks really cute.
I want to wait for the full game. I know I'm gonna love it, so I want to wait for the full game.
Deadpool's getting a VR game, which yeah, sure.
They mentioned the Silk Song trailer, freaking promote it. And there was no Silk Song, so that was just insulting.
Let's be honest. That's a very
Deadpool would do it.
And
I do think, and to give credit, Neil Patrick Harris is doing a very good Deadpool voice in that trailer.
Oh yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is playing Deadpool in it, so that's fun.
Well, that's a great choice.
Yeah. I hope he does it in more than just a shitty VR game, but
it doesn't look like a shitty VR game. It looks like a competent.
Yeah, I just don't.
Does that make him the first person to play both Deadpool and Nightwing?
Maybe.
He's also played Spider-Man.
Oh, he's got a weird.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Dying Light: The Beast, a zombie survival game. Mixtape, which seems to be kind of aiming for Life is Strange, but with SSX tricky, with SSX tricky snowboarding sequences.
I like that. I like that it has skateboarding. I don't man, I'm kind of over 80s nostalgia. Move on.
It doesn't feel like 80s nostalgia. It feels like 90s nostalgia.
Okay, that's fair.
Anytime there's any nostalgia from before when Buster was alive, Buster's just oh god, the worst.
It's okay. Look, I can appreciate a good old nostalgia. I'm just a bit oh man.
Just wait another 10 years, and then your childhood will be the one that's getting saturated.
It's already
everyone's eye holes.
It already is, man. I'm already seeing so many 2000s core.
Oh yeah.
Now just imagine it being worse.
Just imagine it being in the movies and shows.
It already is in the movies and shows. There was a horror movie that was about the 2000s or some shit recently.
Yeah, it's called Y2K. Fred Durst was in it.
Oh my god. No, there's another one. There was a different one. There was a time traveling one or some shit.
Toland the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, a roguelike from the Secret of Mana creator.
Roguelike? That could be fun.
Axe of Blood, an Indonesian beat 'em up inspired by the Raid and Seafood.
I was so excited. That looked super cool. I hope that is a good game.
Scott Pilgrim EX, a Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up. That's a sequel to Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Yes, Okay, I need to talk about this.
They're
I got
continuing the story in a fucking bit. God damn.
Yeah,
bitch.
boy.
I'm happy. Okay, here's the thing, Simeon. This isn't by the original developers. This is by the Shredder's Revenge developers. And
I don't care. I don't like beat 'em ups.
dang it, whatever. I mean, but like Shredder's Revenge is one of the best beat 'em ups. So it's like, oh, getting Scott Pilgrim, like getting not only getting a sequel, like both to the video game and the Netflix show, but in like that style, I'm over the moon. That's another one of my most
There
anticipated
better
games
be
of
a
next year.
damn good Wikipedia article
Or
summarizing this
a
shit on
cutscene
day
compilation.
one.
Probably
There's
not
gonna
gonna
be a
be- It's probably not
cutscene
going to be that
compilation.
complicated because basically they show what the premise is of, Toronto's being overrun by vegans, robots, and demons.
So it's basically
So
just the
Scott and Ramona
remaining of-
have to recruit the reformed Evil X's from the end of Takes Off to fight Jules and Gideon.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun boss fight. That's gonna be super fun. Yeah.
Like Ramona's super move is the angel Ramona from the end of Takes Off.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm happy about this. I know Simeon's pissed, but I'm happy.
I think it's fun.
I'm not pissed. I'm just a little upset.
Yeah.
You would have wanted a sequel to a thing you enjoy to be in a medium you also enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm very happy for you, Buster.
Yeah, but this is one of my most anticipated games of the year, and also Street Fighter was next, or was that later?
No, First Ascendant Breakthrough. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Why are we even mentioning it then?
Because I'm just going down the list. New action game from IO Interactive, Mind's Eye. Hitman is getting a
there's a James
Casino
Bond.
Royale expansion.
Yeah, and Mads Mikkelsen will return to play his character there. They even had him on stage and everything. He will be in the 007 game, which is pretty fun. I know. Anyone here James Bond fans? I'm not. I mean, I not because I hate him, just because it's just like,
I like James Bond just fine, but I don't have any particular interest in a James Bond video game. And I look at the few screenshots of that game I've seen, and I'm just like, this looks like a fucking French cartoon. This looks like Miraculous Ladybug or Code Lyoko or
I have no
Totally
idea
Spies.
how you get that. Like,
I mean, that's from that game. This is Hitman though, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
Scum, an MMO survival game. This one's fun. Lego Party, a party game with Lego.
Yeah, it's just Mario Party, but what if they had Lego?
It looks solid. It looks cute. Another fucking extraction shooter. Fuck it. We are getting an action roguelike from the creators of Guacamelee called Blighted. That looks good.
Yeah, Guacamelee is a great game, so I'm excited to hear that the developers are still working on video games.
Welcome to the world, Mexican Hades.
God damn it.
We are getting Ill, a first-person body horror survival game.
Apparently, this has been in development for 8 years.
Oh, that makes that trailer look a lot less good.
Yeah, well,
Mecha Break, a giant robot battling game.
That trailer, that trailer impressed me because they had Hiroyuki Sawano music. I was like, wait, that vocalist, I've worked with Sawano, and that was some Sawano beats. So yeah, that had the best music of all the trailers.
This is a game Cody will probably enjoy. Infinitesimals. You are a tiny alien soldier fighting bugs on Earth.
Yeah, that looks very fun. I hope
it's very much. I think it'd be a vibe thing. You see. So now it's the Street Fighter news. You need to see the trailer. Kenny Omega goes through a schizophrenic break, and dresses up like all the characters for the
he gets haunted by the souls. He gets haunted of the souls by the new DLC characters. Wait, do you have the trailer, Boingo? Should I pick it up?
No, I don't have the trailer up where I can just send it.
Okay, I'll get it. Like, that was really funny. And just like Kenny Omega being haunted by the souls of the Street Fighter characters.
But the characters that they announced are Sagat, Sea Viper, Alex, and fucking Ingrid.
Here's the thing, Boingo. I knew about this ahead of time because of leaks, but it's still really cool.
I know. Here's the thing, I never put too much fucking weight behind leaks, you know?
Okay, here's the thing. I like this roster. I think it's solid.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Ingrid. I like Ingrid's back. I think that's a fun move. The reason I just said the leak thing was just because it's like, oh, the same person who apparently leaked Terry and Mai, because apparently that was leaked. Like, even though that was totally unexpected. So they also leaked this roster. So that's why, yeah. But Sagat looks great. I love his fur coat.
Scott looks good. Alex looks good in the character art we've seen of him. C. Piper looks good. And that little splash page. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing with Ingrid, and I'm interested to see what they do.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna like do some ethereal shit because she's the goddess of the Capcom universe or whatever. So we'll see.
Or maybe they just completely retcon.
We'll see. I know some people are like coping of like, oh, is this Capcom fighting us? No, just let it go. It's not happening. If it happens, cool. But
I genuinely loved the Max dude Cope going like, is this about all of that shit?
Yeah. No, just deal with Ingrid's in the game. Let's have some fun.
But yeah, no, Kenny Omega cosplaying as all of them is fun. It's cute way to announce it.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off. That was real fun.
Welcome to the world. Team Fortress 3 Last Flag got announced. It is
Fortress 3.
Oh,
it is a hero
like
shooter, but like it's very Team Fortress coded.
Yeah.
And it's very heavily stylized as like the 70s.
Yeah, so I guess it's like the maybe this was a scrapped concept. I don't know.
I don't think it has anything to do with Team Fortress. I just think it's funny that it has similar vibes.
Yeah.
Next we got Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, action RPG in the Ming Dynasty.
That could be fun.
Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. We're getting a Wu-Tang RPG.
That's fun. I mean, the Wu-Tang Clan have been a part of video games. I just mentioned Shredder's Revenge earlier. They did like the Shredder's theme song for that game. And like it's a banger. Here, I'm gonna send it in chat right now.
Ghostface Killer is presenting it, so that's fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, Ghostface Killer was even part of the track I'm about to share.
Yeah. Ghostface Killer is... Dude, you do realize Ghostface Killer's one of his like other names is Tony Stark's. Like he's a big nerd.
That's funny. No, I know the Wu-Tang Clan are nerds. I mean, they had the PlayStation 1 controller back in the day. So.
Let's see. This is weird little announcements from a bunch of places. Into the Unwell, action roguelike, cartoon violence, kind of. It's not rubber band, not rubber hose animation, but it feels like 90s. The 90s
is that the one
version
of Troy
of...
Baker?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
It looks like the 90s revival of Rubber Hose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's not Mickey Mouse, it's Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that's what people have been describing it as. I just find it funny because some people are saying, oh, it's kind of modern-y like Ren and Stimpy. And I'm like, Ren and Stimpy was 30 years ago. What kind of modern is that? Like, no, it's not. Jokes aside. That's
now the big things. Slipgate 2, fucking Jesus.
That was... Here's the thing.
Hey, Sim and Snowcone, let us explain what happens.
What? Huh?
Well, okay, what's the last thing you heard, Sim?
Kenny Omega?
Okay. We're now into a game called Slipgate 2.
Okay.
When they started the announcement, the head dev, I think it was the head dev, walked out on stage with a hat that says "Make FPS games great again."
Oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah, no, and then he proceeded...
Then he proceeded to basically go like, we're not like other game devs. We actually enjoy FPS. We want Titanfall 3 and like all the fucking baseline first-person shooter bullshit, right?
Kill this man.
Yeah.
And then he announced the Battle Royale mode for the game, which is what fucking killed Titanfall 3 in the first place. Was basically the company focusing on their Battle Royale
Apex,
game
yeah,
instead
like
of Titanfall.
What a fucking goober dumbass.
Probably one of the most... What the hell? Like, well, it's just, especially during like the current political climate, it's color tug.
Man tried to be an Oshri, failed spectacularly.
Into the garbage chute, Flyboy.
Yeah.
It's
dude was trying so hard to be New Blood. No.
Get the hell out of here if you're like I don't even. There's things I could say, but I don't have the energy to say them.
Next we got the final big two like really cool announcements. First up is Stranger Than Heaven.
The RGG game.
Yeah, RGG, brand new game and IP from RGG, who are the guys who make Yakuza.
Yeah, like a Dragon, Yakuza.
Yep. 1943 Japan detective game.
Here's the thing. Okay, the last trailer that they showed at the Game Awards said 1920s, and the title they revealed it was called Project Century. Fellas, this game's gonna take place over a century.
Or when they started development, they went back in time a century to the time they wanted to, and they have evolved the game since then.
No, because Game Awards that was 6 months ago, boy.
Yeah, when the fuck did you think they started development, you dipshit?
Whatever. It's hard to explain, but it might be.
I
cool.
I know it. Last time they showed it off was then, yeah. But come on.
I think my century thing is still plausible, but we'll see.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Either way, it looks great. Yeah. And then, okay, so throughout this one needs some context. So throughout the show, they had we're doing a Capcom Resident Evil sale, and then there was a couple commercials for that, and then the director of the game came out saying, "We don't have anything to reveal about Resident Evil 9. You'll see it in a blink of an eye."
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't say we don't have anything to show. He says, "Hey, you're gonna find out information about Resident Evil 9 in a blink of an eye. Don't worry about it. Here's the 30 years of Resident Evil." And then the final thing they showed was Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, come in February. And
it's connecting to a bunch of side games that haven't been referenced in years.
Yeah, Outbreak, and we're returning to Raccoon
Code
City.
Veronica.
Which is that makes it even weirder why they didn't remake Code Veronica, but that's
Oh yeah, for sure. It's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And that's all the games.
I love how everyone was able to tell it was an RE Engine game because of the hair. Just we've all been accustomed to RE Engine hair. Yeah, that was okay. A lot of great games surrounded by just a lot of bad vibes.
Yeah,
it's much when I put this on paper, it sounds like a fun show, but when you're actually watching the 2 hours, it's awful. I'm glad I didn't stream that. That would have been an awful stream.
A lot of interesting games though.
Yeah, a lot of great games. Yeah, except for Scott Pilgrim's, I felt that Street Fighter 6 fun. Wu-Tang Clan game might be fun. We'll see.
So what about you guys? How you guys feeling about video games?
I've been playing one this entire time, if you could believe it.
Which one?
I can believe it.
Crossed Out.
Crossed Out. Cross Out. What's that about?
You build some car fight other car fall apart, you build some car.
So destroy, build, destroy?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Bring destroy, build, destroy.
Anyway, speaking of other video game things that happened recently.
Oh no, my Halo got fell over.
Speaking of other cool shit that happened recently, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. No spoilers. I don't want to spoil it because Deltarune's a very experience-heavy game, but they cooked. There's some. This is a really good set of chapters for Deltarune, and all the alternate stuff I'm hearing is really interesting. I'm very excited to see where the game goes from there. And of course, the music bangs. The music is so fun. Yeah. So that's just my Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 impressions.
Yeah.
I have impressions on something.
What? On what?
The Doctor Who season finale was turbo ass.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I think I'm poisoning your vocabulary at this point.
A little bit. It is actual dog shit. We'll say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Doctor Who finale. That happened the week. I'm grateful because we had Berserk cast last week because oh my god, that was
It is not the worst Doctor Who season finale I have ever seen, but holy crap.
For me it's an all-time low, but here's the thing. I was I did not like Interstellar Music Contest, whatever that episode was called. I think that was one of the worst episodes of the individual seasons, but I was interested by the prospect of bringing back the Ronnie. Unfortunately, the entire episode was kind of incomprehensible to me.
Yeah. They had some interesting ideas floating around, but everything just kind of fell flat on its face. And they did a lot of weird, bending over backwards fan servicey stuff that nobody asked for. And they kind of character assassinated the companion in a way that was really gross.
Oh yeah, oh god, what was Shalandra?
Belinda Chandra.
Poor Belinda got it so rough at the end. It's gross. It kind of says something that the best part of the episode was one of those fan service moments where it's like where the 13th Doctor showed up to interact with 15, and
I mean, if we're counting all 3 episodes as the finale, then the best part of it was the fucking Dugadoo. That meme has been wonderful.
I forgot about it's been a bit.
You didn't fucking go crazy for Dugadoo like everybody else?
Oh, the Interstellar contest. Oh, I didn't care.
Dugadoo?
There is a little CGI alien at one point during their Eurovision parody who just comes out and sings this inane like meme song, and everybody went crazy for it and made remixes.
I prefer the Lux. I prefer the Lux one. I prefer Lux as like a Doctor Who meme. I don't know.
That's fair.
Just because he was part of a good episode. So yeah, and then oh god, don't even. Then like 15th is like done. I guess Shooty is like I don't know if he was always intended to do 2 years. I'm hearing very conflicting reports from like various people.
So in all the official media, he says the plan was always to do 2 years, but they wanted to keep it under wraps, so he never said anything specific. But everybody outside of it keeps saying like, "Oh, they cut it short. Oh, they pivoted because it wasn't doing well. Oh, they're trying to bring in more fans for nostalgia." And I'm like, I could see that, but also I'm not seeing anything except for people running around with tinfoil hats saying that to make me see that.
Yeah. Either way, it sucks because especially the way they end it. Like the last speech was great. But man, the freaking the ending nostalgia reveal. That's a big jump the shark moment for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's the same thing as what they did for 14. It just in an even goofier way.
Yeah. No, I mean with 14 I could buy it. Like, especially because it was an anniversary year. So and like from what I understand, they even set that regeneration up in the episode. Where it's
no. They didn't set that regeneration up specifically. Like seasons beforehand, there had been a scene that hinted the Doctor might regenerate into. They didn't even specifically say the Doctor might regenerate into past carnations again. They just said the Doctor might revisit old faces again.
Okay,
which is why the whole thing still works, maybe.
Okay, well either way, this reveal is just okay. We've already everyone's seen the episode by now. It regenerates into Billie Piper / Rose, and it's like that. I mean, great. I know each Doctor has their own unique personality, but I don't know. I don't know where they're going with it, but I kind of get some like bad vibes from that kind of like concept of regenerating into a companion. Because it's like the lingering feelings or something, especially because apparently like I haven't watched much 10th, but there was a little romantic tension between 9th and
there wasn't a little, there was a lot.
He literally says "I love you" at the end of season 2.
Okay, well I've only watched season 1 of like the new Who, but like all right.
Can I give you a big spoiler that confirms how fucking at the end of season 4? The Doctor essentially creates a human clone of himself that goes to the alternate dimension where Rose is stuck to be with her.
Okay, I saw that clip of a clone of a Doctor making out with like Rose, and then like he's walking sadly. Now that I know the full context of that, oh my god, it's Turbo ass.
Yeah, that's like the more I think about it, because my initial knee-jerk reaction was just like, fuck this, as soon as I saw Billie Piper. But the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, there is precedent for this. And also, it's Russell T. Davies. I should have known to expect something like this at some point. But it's still a little goddamn it.
Yeah, especially like, again, we don't know where they're going with this story, but like the implications is a bit like...
Here's what I would like to see making the best of this awful situation. Don't do it as like for a few specials Billie Piper will be the Doctor fun kind of thing, and we're gonna deal with the past trauma of Rose and we're gonna finally put that to bed. No, have Billie Piper just straight up be a new incarnation of the Doctor for like 2 to 4 seasons. and never acknowledge the Rose connection. Like, let that all be metatextual. Let us read into that. It's Russell T Davies, so that's not what they're gonna fucking do, but that's what I would like.
Yeah, and like it might have like, what's your opinion on the 13th Doctor seasons? I mean,
13th Doctor, it's essentially modern Sixth Doctor. I really like oh gosh, her name is escaping me at the moment, but I really like that actress in the
Jodie.
role. I really like Jodie Whittaker in the role. There's a couple of standout episodes, but very few I would actually consider going back and rewatching. And that era as a whole just has like a kind of like an icky slime on it for me.
No, I understand. It was a pretty controversial era from what I understand. I haven't watched it yet, but like, yeah.
Some great companions in that era though. I love Graham, and I love oh gosh, I'm forgetting the name again now. What's his fucking name? I'm gonna go look up companions real quick.
Yeah, I know there was like 4 to start off with, which is an interesting concept.
Yeah, I really like that concept. They didn't do it too well, but like there's a couple of companions that were like really fun, had a lot of great little moments.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
His name's so fucking simple, Dan. I really like Dan when he comes in later because there's 2. Graham and Dan are both just like generic grandpas traveling with the Doctor, and so they have some really funny banter with the Doctor.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Hmm.
That sounds real fun.
Like there's literally an episode where they go somewhere and the Doctor's like, Graham, don't you want to go look around and see all this cool history? And Graham's like, I want to go buy a sandwich from that diner, a newspaper from that stand right there, and then sit on this bench for the rest of the day. And
Respect.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that Doctor Who finale. And it sucks because I thought the rest of the season was shaping up to be an all-timer for me. Like, I was like, oh, if they let us stick the landing, and they just not even just stick the landing. They fumbled it so bad.
They literally like came down from the atmosphere and their face fucking plunged into lava.
Yeah, it was real bad episode. So it just sucks because especially coming off the story in the engine, which is I think one of the best Doctor Who episodes like I've seen, like personally. So
it's one of those episodes where like I can acknowledge it's very good, but it just wasn't to my tastes.
No, I understand that, but just like it really spoke to me, like very like.
That being said, the fucking oh god, what's it called? The episode that was a sequel to a 10th Doctor episode, but it was a secret that it was a sequel, so I can't say that without spoiling it too hard. It's that was fucking goated for me.
Oh yeah, that was a good episode. Like yeah, again, like again, it sucks because the first 5 episodes of the season are really good, and then you just kind of like pivot into this weird ass like.
But like, hey, spoiler alert! That's a lot of Doctor Who seasons.
Like I from at least the Russell T Davies ones, from what I understand, yeah, they just honestly
no,
at this point,
Moffat gets to be that way in his later seasons. Chibnall is that way. It never fucking ends with modern Doctor Who, which is why I always say like Doctor Who is stupid fucking bullshit, and you got to be willing to embrace that to stay with it. Like I.
Oh yeah. Like, I'll probably stick with the show, but like. Probably stick with the show. It's just like I don't know. Sometimes it makes it hard.
I've already stuck with it. I've listened to 2 audio dramas in the last week, and I watched a classic serial like the night before the finale aired, and I'm actually halfway through a classic serial that I started watching after I made dinner tonight.
Nice. I guess like, man, I'm starting to armchair like, oh, if I was in charge, but like, they really just need to. If everyone likes the episodic stuff. Just lean into that, but I get it's like streaming age. You got to make it serialized. Just like...
Well, not even that. Like Doctor Who started doing that kind of stuff in 2005. Like they were pioneering in sort of the modern style of you see the story all throughout a season of an otherwise epic show to do a big finale that brings it all together.
Yeah, I get it. Like that was pretty like Ninth Doctor-y. Like it was a good self-contained story. Even though I think it probably, from what I understand, it's probably gonna continue to 10th, like a lot of those threads. I don't know. It just like it's Doctor is strange, but it's like it's fun to. Sometimes it's fun to talk about. Just other times I just want to pull my hair out. That's how it be. That's how it be.
That's the slime. That's the grind.
Slime and grind.
It's my new catchphrase.
Yeah. What else has been happening?
What has been happening?
I feel like there's some TV stuff I missed.
Probably.
People still own TVs?
Well, streaming. Streaming shows.
Do you own a television, sir?
I don't know. I started watching Fies again.
Yeah. Are you keeping up with it? Because I know it's been like months since you've last watched it.
I mean, I jumped back in at episode 15, and I watched 16 and 17 as well this week, and they were all right. It's just like, oh yeah, that's right. I had to like re-get used to like how fucking stupid all the characters in this show are, and why. Yes, that's the point. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
You have the media literacy.
Also, I've been very much getting into the YouTube channel Dime Store Adventures. Have we ever talked about that man?
No.
He's just a guy who goes around like rural America and digs up like obscure bits of American history and talks about them, and not like this is how our nation was built, or this is how our military was created. Not that kind of history. No, fuck that. Just like weird random stories about like little communities and happenings that went on with them hundreds of years ago. Like my favorite video of his that I've watched recently is he did a whole video on this place called Block Island, which I think is off the coast of New England. He said it's like a little tourist island that way back in the like 17 and 1800s was notorious for its citizens just like anytime a boat would get stuck on the rocks in the shallow waters near the island, instead of like going out and helping this ship or anything like that, no, they would just literally go out into the ocean and tear the ship apart for everything it was worth. Like they were like complete scavenger pirate motherfuckers, and everybody had everybody's back in it. It is a really funny story. Also, like he does the filming outside while telling a story and not directly looking at a camera thing. I did during my final year of solo YouTube, but he does it way better than me.
I need to figure out like what YouTubers I've been watching. Let me check. I don't think I've watched that many recently. I really should. I don't think I've been mostly listening to music recently. Because that's like half of what I use YouTube for these days, just like listening to music.
That's fair. YouTube's a good resource for music.
Yeah, it's better than Spotify.
I've never really gotten into any music streaming service because YouTube was good enough at the music I wanted when I was younger that I just kind of like, whenever I'm like, I'm going to look up a song online, I look it up on YouTube. Always.
Yeah.
And also YouTube has a bunch of custom mashups that like can't go on Spotify too. It's fun.
See, I have a Spotify account just because fucking I have hour-long drives to go to jobs.
Oh yeah, you don't want you don't have a no, that's a fair investment. I've been thinking about getting YouTube Premium for that.
I have a premium subscription. I did used to pay for it, but I actually now get it free through my phone service provider. We got like that, and I think Hulu free for them, or like this combo package, whatever. But yeah, I listen to like YouTube podcasts and stuff all the time at work now too, when I'm between audiobooks.
Like this podcast. Actually, one of my actually, I just realized one of the channels me and Boingo likes, Computer Lab Hijinks. They just came back from like a 3-month hiatus, so they're doing some fun stuff.
Nice.
Like I really like Computer Lab Hijinks. It's just like it's kind of like goals where just two guys like talking about like, I mean there is like solo like videos they do, but just like it's mostly just two guys in a computer lab set talking about like various topics where it's like one guy kind of like scripts it out and then the other guy like reacts to it. It's pretty fun.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they've done videos on like Nintendo 64 games. They've done like just editing videos or just videos about like editing and film or like other stuff. It's pretty interesting. Like the variety of stuff. One of my favorite ones from them is like revisiting Roger Ebert's Phantom Menace review. That's a really good one. I think like I think I sent you that video once, Simeon. I don't know.
You might have.
I might have, yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at like other stuff. Yeah, mostly music. A lot of music. Yeah. Oh my god, so much music. The heck is that? I just heard some like squeaky voice from like Simeon's mic.
What? My mic picked that up?
Yeah.
I played
Would you
that
like to
out.
share?
I thought that was going into my headphones. What the fuck?
Would you like
My
to share it to
settings must be
class?
messed up. I'm sorry.
Would you like to
Bad
share it to
settings.
class?
I hit play on a Cody Lyoko out of context post.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, next week, um, I'll be on another podcast I recorded like a couple weeks ago. My buddy Wyatt, who does Toku Talkers with me, invited me on Cartoon Buffoons, and we're talking about the Fantastic Four show. Why I'm on that episode is because I literally just asked. I was like, "Hey," because originally, like, just a little behind the scenes secret. Originally, there was a different action cartoon I was gonna be like debut the show on, but like they were looking for guests for Fantastic Four episodes, so it's just like friggin' I'll be on. We could talk. I find that cartoon interesting enough to want to be on a podcast about it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. This podcast comes out on Tuesday. This will come out on Friday on Wyatt's channel. It's Only Magic, which will also just released a Stugo video. The Stugo video is really good. It even got shared by the creator of the show.
You made a good case for it.
Which case?
A steel bookcase. You got it with the pre-order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did the whole steel bookcase phenomenon even come from?
I
still
don't
don't
know.
understand that.
I guess just like people being like, these cases are too flimsy. I want harder steel.
I mean, I got a couple steel books, but I'm just like, it's the same thing, but cold to the touch. I don't get it.
I mean, better art, different art.
Yeah.
It's like having a variant comic book cover.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is about.
I mean, that makes sense, but also,
I know variant covers are a bit lame.
I mean, you get some really cool art out of variant covers these days, but I'm also just like
the business of it. Yeah.
Like the Peach Momoko Fantastic Four versus Godzilla one I got.
Oh yeah.
Or even just a little bit ago, on one of my timelines I was checking, I saw there's like a connecting cover between this month's issues of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, because both of them have solo series right now to celebrate Pride Month. And I was like, oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. How's someone just doing? Just with their life?
Anxiety inducing. I don't want to get too into it, but like, I mean, I've been having better moments, but just like internally, I'm barely holding up. But like, don't worry about me. I'm doing better.
I feel like that's the update you give every time we ask you how your life's going.
I'm sorry. I try not to be public with a lot of stuff. I don't want to scare
Yeah,
people.
I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just like, it never feels like things get better with you, and that does worry me.
No. You know, I don't know. I'm just a very anxious person. Sometimes I just make my own. I don't know. I don't want to get. It's a whole thing. How y'all doing?
Some aspects are doing good. Like I told you guys off mic, I had a really good employee performance review last week. But also my car really does need to have a couple parts replaced, and I'm a little stressed about trying to get the funds up for it, but I think I've got a solid plan for that.
Speaking of like things that are always mentioned when we update you on life, it feels like your car's always like on.
Yeah, it's because it's like whenever I you don't bring up your car because it's fucking amazing unless you're making bajillions of dollars. Your car is either it's working exactly as it's supposed to, nothing to report, or god damn it, this fucking thing is broken again.
Yeah,
that's owning a car from my perspective.
One day I'll learn about that if I ever get my license.
You should. It's freeing.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just useful. Like I flopped on like I did well in the written portion, but the actual like driving portion I just was too.
I mean, you live near but not in a walkable city, so it's not as imperative for you as it is for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really necessarily walk to my jobs.
And I can walk to my job, but also I like being able to drive across town to various stores and places.
I mean, like my I have folks who like can help me both like in family and out.
but do you really want to rely on them? Don't you want to be your own man? Don't you want
I
to make it on your
do.
own slim?
I do, but like sometimes I just
Be your own free, independent woman.
sometimes I just want to like
Yeah, you don't need no
collaborate.
man.
I want to. I like to have.
Unless
like,
you want to
people,
be
like, I
that
can
man
lean
at that
on.
moment, bud. That's up to you.
It's a whole thing, anyway.
Look, we're just making gender jokes because it's Pride Month. Come on.
Damn.
I like
That's how it
you,
is.
I like
We're
how you
just jokes
repeated
to
month
you.
like you were a fucking Insecticon.
Months. Hey, Cody, how are you doing?
I'm holding on.
For dear breath.
Dear butt.
Haha, butts.
Hey, yo. A month till Superman and a month and like 2 weeks till FF.
Yeah, that's gonna. Oh man, I'm so excited for July. That's gonna be a fun month because we got Donkey Kong, we got the 2 superhero movies. Probably there's a Pokemon Presents, so they're probably gonna put the GameCube games on Nintendo Switch. Just a lot of fun stuff coming.
Hell yeah. Hell's bells.
Hells.
Hell's bells.
Gills and Krells.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I
It's
feel like there's
Crow.
another game coming. Oh, the freaking Atlas Rhino remaster is coming out that month too.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
just a
actually
lot of
interested.
things. Just a lot of things happening.
Oh, it's almost like it's the marketable summer season.
Yeah, the
Also-
first day of summer is it next Friday or is it the Friday after? I can't remember.
Very soon. But like also Ultraman Omega starts in July. I'm very excited for that show.
Omega.
Omega, yeah. Red Man himself.
I'm surprised TJ Omega hasn't been posting about that like crazy.
Who? TJ Omega? Oh, does TJ Omega screw with Ultraman?
He screws with Toku in general. He's a big Kamen Rider guy. I don't know how into Ultraman he is, but he's the kind of guy to go like, oh, thing that is also my username. I should talk about that.
At least for haha giggles. He's not like clout
Yeah.
chaser.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I know.
TJ's a cool dude.
Yeah, I know TJ's cool. I copied the wrong link. I was gonna post the link to the trailer. I post the link to the channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Omega. I
But
did
are
it
you
again.
ready
How
for
does this game out?
Alpha?
Alpha. I mean, is there an Ultraman Alpha? I mean, I guess there's like Alpha Edge because like that's what Ultraman Zet's like base form is called.
Well, I didn't think I was
I
throwing
can't
that
wait
joke
for
so high
Ultraman
over the
Gamma
head.
and Ultraman Sigma.
I mean, again, Zet has a form called Gamma, so Gamma Future. So well, you like Zet, like Simeon.
Yeah, that was the first Ultra I watched week to week, and I did really enjoy that show.
Yeah, you finished Blazar, right?
Yeah, I did finish Blazar, but I think that was the last Ultra show I kept up with.
Yeah, because like it's been like a couple years. You didn't watch Arc. I don't think you're waiting, like not waiting, but like just you'll get to Omega when you get to it.
Wasn't Arc the same person who did Trigger? Wasn't that what I heard?
No. That was I don't know where you got that from. Arc it's a new guy. It's a new guy who's been like building his way up.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, Arc's really good. There's a lot of creative action in that show. And just like phenomenal episode concepts. If you watch one episode of Ultraman Arc, watch episode 10. Because episode 10 is like one of my favorite episodes of anything ever.
Is that the one they talked about on VFX Artists React?
Is the one with the communication?
No, I think that might have actually been a Blazar episode they talked about. I can't remember. Ultraman was recently on an episode of VFX Artists React, and I was like, oh, I've actually seen this before.
Yeah, well, like Blazar was in a couple Arc episodes, but no, this is the episode I was referring to, episode 10.
Well, now I gotta see if I can find this.
Oh, you know what? Cody, have you seen the new One Piece Lego sets?
Oh yeah.
I've seen a little bit of them.
Actually, those sets are a giant fucking scam because they're for one piece, but actually there's a lot of pieces in there.
That just means
Shut
you get
the
more
hell
than
up.
one piece. That's the opposite of a scam. That's a deal.
Yeah, that's a deal. Yeah.
The big clown faces.
Yeah, I it's a bit disappointing that they're just doing the Netflix show, but like, hey, if you gotta like ease people into like freaking Chopper and all the other fellas.
I do want the Going Merry though. I want that Going Merry.
Oh, that's just a good evergreen Going Merry. Like that could work for like any like Lego set. Like if you just get like custom of the anime characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This look good. Look good and solid.
Yeah. And like the little minifigs look really fun.
And you can get stretchy arm Luffy minifig.
Yeah.
Amazing that
stretchy
they did
wiener.
that so well, but Reed's kind of.
It is what it is. Oh wait, did we talk about Chopper yet?
We've talked
No.
about him, just not on podcasts.
Mike, yeah. Well, he's not a Muppet, but he's Paddington, so that works.
I dropped my phone on my foot.
Dang it! Did you hear what I said, Boingo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Paddington, basically. Which is like that's cute. Voice I'm still a bit iffy on. Like I need to hear like it's I don't know, from the little preview they showed it sounded very how do I put this anime dub, but like not complimentary. Like I know the granted that's probably just a test because like it was a unique animation for that event they were showing because it was like unique lip syncs and like dialogue for that specific event. I'm very interested like they're not gonna do this, but I really hope they pull an Inu brother from Don Brothers where sometimes he's CG and sometimes he's like a physical puppet for like close ups and shit.
They're not doing that
Yeah,
shit.
I know, but like I literally said they're not gonna do it, but it would be. Yeah, I mean, Chopper looks good. I hope there's not like too many. There shouldn't be like two major quality drops between shots, but like you never know. I don't even know how. Like, I mean, I hope One Piece lasts for long, like the Netflix one, because it's like.
Oh,
I'm
it was
enjoying
Arc.
Yeah,
They did Arc in this episode of VFX Arts React.
let me check. Was it the final episode?
I
'Cause,
don't
like,
know.
the final episode has some. I'm gonna look at the clips. real
It's at the 11-minute mark.
But
11-minute mark.
oh, speaking of Lego, I've been seeing the gumball machine, the gotcha gumball machine, Cody, and that looks really cool.
Oh, it's the first episode. Okay.
Okay.
The first episode.
Yeah,
has
I
the
just
crazy
remember.
episode.
I just remember watching it and going like, "Yeah, these are all techniques they've used in the modern Ultra shows I've seen."
Yeah, no. Like that first episode went crazy though.
What are you talking about?
Ultraman.
Gumball machine, gotcha, gumball machine.
The Lego ideas set. That is the guy with the
Oh.
little.
Okay, so yeah, that one's actually a whole series of minifigures, but it's kind of like doubled up of like ones that people kind of needed or wanted for like their knights or classic space stuff. And there's some other stuff in there. Overall, I think I'm pretty excited for that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like actually go grab it now that they announced an MTT for Lego Star Wars, and that's the big old poop tank that deploys all the little like skeleton droids. I'm very excited.
I just think it's neat. It just looks cool. And it's cool that it's like functional and everything.
I like that it comes with a little figure of the guy who designed it.
$180. I mean, I guess that's typical Lego, but oh my god. I mean, great. I'm not one to judge. I just spent $500 on the Switch too. We all got our silly bullshits we spend too much money on.
I don't know. I'm pretty responsible with my money.
Well, yeah, that's because you
Switch
don't
2
have
over
money.
here. Got a Switch 2.
A lot of people got Switches too. Like the more people than I thought. I think I already sold like 3 million just in the last 24 hours.
I saw 19 people on my various social media accounts total say they got a Switch in the last few days.
Yeah. Even people like I thought was like, oh, they're gonna wait for a sale. They're gonna wait for the next Pokemon. They're gonna wait for something and oh, they bought it.
Yeah,
A
I'm
lot of
waiting.
people who I straight up thought they didn't buy modern consoles.
I guess the Switch is that big. Nintendo specifically, but like, yeah.
Switching and sweeping.
A Nintendo.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just making jokes.
I want to know what the follow-up. What do you want to ask Nintendo?
No, it's fucking like Bloodhound Gang lyrics.
Oh, I didn't know.
Kind of vibe. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry your pretty little head.
Hey fellas, what do you guys think of I don't know. I was not going anywhere with that.
You're not going anywhere?
I mean, I'll probably go somewhere soon.
I hope you go on a nice, relaxing vacation.
I mean, I am like in August, like for like 5 days. Not like as long as the freaking July vacation from like last year, but like
That's
Damn.
wonderful.
like so yeah. It'll be I prefer 5-day vacation over like a month vacation. A month vacation was so stressful, man.
That's not what a vacation should be.
Oh my god, I have a weird relationship with vacations. It's I don't want to talk about it. I know I don't talk about a lot about stuff, but I'm always just I don't want to keep. There's some things I need to like keep to the chest that I don't want to like. I don't want to worry people. I don't want to like give people the wrong impression because sometimes I over exaggerate or like say it in a weird way. Let me find something fun to end the podcast with. I'm not ending it here.
I mean, we can end it here. We can.
I don't want to end the people with a downer note.
Simeon, say a fart joke.
Pee pee poo poo caca fart fart.
Actually, like, there's something. I heard the new Dimension 20 season started. Is that correct?
It did. And it's so fucking good.
I will check it out then, because the things I've been hearing is like I want to check that out.
It is old school like Jules Verne adventure vibes.
Yeah.
And there's a character named Montgomery La Montgomery.
That sounds fun.
One of the main characters is a trans woman whose parents are sovereign citizens so hard that they support their trans daughter.
Aww.
No.
Wait, that's bad?
They're sovereign citizens.
Oh.
Do you know what that means?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. I need to brush up on my politics.
It's not politics. It's bullshit conspiracy theory.
Oh.
It is also a scam and a con. It is believing that you are not subject to a country's laws because you, as a person, are your own sovereign country.
That's okay.
Like they drive without driver's licenses.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of other kind of bullshit. But it's funny. It's like a joke in the show. But it's just more of like I wanted to point that out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it's funny. I'm sorry, my bad.
Also, it's just like most of the cast are playing like old people.
Oh, that's fun. I like old people.
Literally, the way we're introduced to one of the characters is it walks up and goes, "Hey, fellas, do you know where I can dribble out a little piss?"
All right, I think I'm gonna we can wrap up now.
Watch Cloudward Ho. It is very funny.
Cloudward Ho? Cloudward High?
Cloudward Ho. Like, onward. Ho! Cloudward.
Okay.
Ho!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Thunder
but it's on Dropout. It's good. It's fun.
I will watch it after I get off this call. Probably just listen to it while playing some Mario Kart.
Yeah. Do keep an eye out on the screen because they do show character art.
Yeah, I'll probably look at the screen for like the first 20 minutes or so.
I mean character art pops up regularly, kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to keep a focus. It's just more of like look up every once in a while.
All right.
But yeah, no, this has been Modular Components. I hope you enjoyed us discussing video game news for multiple hours. Buster, tell the people where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. You can find me on the YouTube channel Buster Corp. I do lots of videos. I'll probably have some Switch 2 reviews on like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong in the coming months, in the coming weeks.
Oh, countdown 1 year till Scott the Woz releases 1 year with the Switch 2.
And my videos become irrelevant. Anyway, you can find... I'm also on Bluesky. Check me out.
Cody?
Yes.
Could you tell the people where they can find you?
In bed. I'm very sleepy.
Sim, can you tell the people where they can find you?
Hi, I'm Simeon. I post photos and stuff and talk about toys I may or may not buy. You can find all that by going and looking at my link tree in the video description.
Hell yeah, bell yeah. And I'm Boingo. You can find me a variety of places on the internet. YouTube at Boingo Writer, twitch.tv/Boingo Writer, and on Bluesky at Boingo Writer. Find me and talk to me, I guess. This has been Modular Components. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow us on podcasting platform of choice. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all those kind of things. And I hope you have a good day. I hope you do good for others in this upcoming week. I hope you treat yourself at least once. And does anybody else have anything else they would like to say?
I hope you watch Andor.